Man, we're going to start off today with a little bit of one of my favorite speeches that Malcolm ever gave. Y'all bear with me for a little while. As I'm giving people time to get in here, we're going to listen to some of this shit. Mad love, shout out Team Rob, y'all.
To understand this, you have to go back to what young brother here referred to as the house Negro and the field Negro back during slavery. There was two kinds of slaves. There was the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro, they lived in the house with master. They dressed pretty good. They ate good because they ate his food because he left. They lived in the attic or the basement, but still they lived near their master. And they loved their master more than the master loved himself. They would give their life to save their master's house quicker than the master would. The house Negro, if the master said, we got a good house here, the house Negro said, yeah, we got a good house here. Whenever the master said we, he said we. That's how you could tell a house Negro. If the master's house caught on fire, the house Negro would fight harder to put the blaze out than the master would. If the master got sick, the house Negro would say, what's the matter, boss? We sick. We sick. He identified himself with his master more than his master identified with himself. And if you came to the house Negro and said, let's run away, let's escape, let's separate, that house Negro would look at you and say, man, you crazy. What you mean separate? Where is there a better house than this? Where can I wear better clothes than this? Where can I eat better food than this? That was that house Negro. In those days, he was called a house nigger. And that's what we call him today because we still got some house niggers running around here. This modern house Negro loves his master. He wants to live near him. He'll pay 3 times as much as the house is worth just to live near his master. And then brag about, I'm the only Negro out here. I'm the only one on my job. I'm the only one in this school. You're nothing but a house Negro. And if someone come to you right now and say, let's separate, you say the same thing that the house Negro said on the plantation. What you mean separate? From America? This good white man? When you gonna get a better job than you get here? I mean, this is what you say. I ain't left nothing in Africa. That's what you say while you left your mind in Africa. On that same plantation, there was the field Negro. The field Negro, those were the masses. There was always more Negroes in the field than there was Negroes in the house. The Negro in the field caught hell. He ate leftovers. In the house, they ate high up on the hole. The Negro in the field didn't get nothing but what was left of the insides of the hole. They call them chitlins nowadays. In those days, they call them what they were, guts. That's what you were, a gut eater. And some of you all still gut eaters. The field Negro was beaten from morning till night. He lived in a shack, in a hut. He wore cast-off clothes. And he hated his master. I say he hated his master. He was intelligent. That house Negro loved this master. But that field Negro, remember, they were in the majority. And they hated the master. When the house caught on fire, he didn't try and put it out. That field Negro prayed for a wind, for a breeze. When the master got sick, the field Negro prayed that he died. If someone come to the field Negro and said, let's separate, let's run, he didn't say, where are we going? He said, any place is better than here.
Oh, man. I had to start off with a little bit of it. You know, I had to start off with a little something real quick. Listen. Y'all, shout out Team Rob first and foremost. Y'all already know what it is. Somebody already done shot me a dislike. Mad love to everybody that's in the room. Fuck haters. We ain't got time tonight. We ain't got time today. We really don't got time no day, really. I wanted to come in here, pay my respects to Malcolm X. I seen somebody was talking about he was Muslim or whatever and everything like that. You know, it's just like, he was powerful brother nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? But May 19th, Malcolm X's birthday. Some people know that. Some people don't know that. For those who don't know it, now you know it, so you don't have a fucking excuse. You heard it from me. There's no reason not to honor Malcolm X, who gave his life for the cause. He was assassinated. And I do believe that the CIA orchestrated the hit, but the Nation of Islam laid out the red carpet. I will not change my opinion about that. No matter what, people get mad at that, but I don't give a fuck about that. I do know what he stood for, and I understand what he stood for, even outside of his religious beliefs. He was a smart, charismatic brother who knew what the fuck he was talking about as far as racism and white supremacy was concerned. A lot of people will view him as a racist. My own mother views him as a racist. Some of you know that I went down to my mom's graduation. I was up in Alta Vista, Virginia, as well as Lynchburg, Virginia. Went there yesterday to go to my mom's graduation. Y'all, it actually got rained out. The graduation got rained the fuck out. Because it had been raining it was raining like crazy on my way up there. And, it got rained out. And I wore this shirt, and white folk was looking at me like I was crazy, but they ain't say shit, so it don't fucking matter. But you'd be surprised how many people are ignorant, Black people that are ignorant about Malcolm X. And, it bothers me that a man who stood up for Black people, who spoke out for Black people, who understood what needed to be done, gets such a negative flack, even from our own community. Like I said, my own mom will even say Malcolm X is racist, and we get into it all the time. And I asked her to tell me why and how he was racist, and she never can. So we keep moving. I don't even deal with her a whole lot about it. It's just like it's a waste of fucking time at this point, because she's a Christian, and the fact that he was a Muslim, he's automatically already fucked up in the game because he was a Muslim anyway. So she starts there, and then she goes into his rhetoric as well. And I mean, he was a powerful dude, and still reigning true to this day. I mean, you can still listen to Malcolm X speeches to this day, and they reign to be true as to what's going on out here. So I do want to start with that. What bothered me, and I actually started not to even come on here because I'm tired of shit. I've been driving like a motherfucker the last 2 days, driving in the rain. Didn't get much sleep last night, up early as hell this morning, only to be rained out at this, the college, was it Lynchburg University or some shit like that it was. Either way, I was tired. And then I sit here and I thought, well, how tired was Malcolm most days? I'm sure Malcolm X was tired. And, he was out here in these streets like that. So wasn't no point in me making no fucking excuses. So I had to come in here and deal with some of the fuckery I saw today, because it bothers me that black people, even with a day like Malcolm X Day, and again, this is something that's, you know, it's not a national holiday. White folk ain't said, you know, this government hasn't given us permission really to celebrate Malcolm X. Of course, they give us permission to celebrate Martin Luther King, at least the version of Martin Luther King they want us to know about. The I Have a Dream Martin Luther King is the one that they want to shine up and give holidays to. I want to say Martin Luther King is January 15th. I could be mistaken on that. But they don't give us Malcolm X. We have to take that. That's something we have to do for ourselves. And I'm going to do it. I don't give a fuck who don't like it, who has a problem with it. That's what I'm going to do. And I urge black people, and particularly black people, to, you know, to honor Malcolm X's birthday as well. And understand that he was killed just as well as many other black leaders were assassinated by this government, because this government's biggest fear is that a black messiah is what they called it. You can read this in their documents, the COINTELPRO. Some people believe that that was, and that's a conspiracy theory or something like that. But if you do any amount of research, you know, fuckboy ass, hoe ass, bitch ass, J. Edgar Hoover sought out to keep the black messiah image from rising to prominence. And that in itself should let black people know how powerful the government is, even scared that we're going to unify, that we're going to fuck around and unify. The government knows that. They've been knowing it forever, and they've always tried to stop that. So I need people to understand how powerful they think we're going to be if we unify. It's just a thought for them, and they're scared of the thought of us even unifying. So understand the power of black people being together, standing together, and riding. Understand that power. What I saw today, though, what I saw today was this royal wedding. And this is what people decided to talk about. And particularly, I saw an overwhelming amount of black women and swirlers on both sides. I mean, y'all call them swirlers. Swirlers on both sides, supporting the wedding in droves. Millions of people still flocking to honoring and a British wedding. Now, many black people don't really care who Prince Harry is, don't really care about him wearing this Nazi paraphernalia. They don't give a fuck about any of that. They don't even care about his brother, Prince William, who decided to say that the population in Africa should be minimized. Should be minimized. This is the family that y'all's girl, Meghan Markle, who does not identify as black in any type of way. This is the family she's marrying into. This is what it is. And y'all celebrating this shit. It bothers me to see us doing this shit. We're celebrating Britain. Understand what Britain has been to black peoples throughout history. What Britain has been to black people, but we'll rather celebrate that. And I see this all over my fucking timeline, even coming from so-called pro-black conscious pages that are sharing this shit like it was a victory for black women. Yes, some white man, Prince, who y'all think she's going to be a princess, she's going to actually be a duchess. Y'all believe that y'all going to live vicariously through her. She don't speak up for you. She does not represent you in any type of way with her voice or anything. But y'all want to carry her as a black woman because she's marrying into royalty, even though they hate black people, have enslaved black people, has bankrupted black countries, robbed black countries of natural resources. Even though all those things are true, black people still are celebrating and worshiping this fucking wedding. This is how I know we got a long way to motherfucking go, y'all. People what's calling, you know, people haters and shit like this. And it's just, it blows my mind to see black people in this state knowing what we're dealing with out here in the world. But Meghan Markle now represents two black women, some type of princess story, some fairy tale ass story that they're telling themselves in their mind. So we're forcing Meghan Markle to be black, even though she never said that. Not once. Ain't spoke up for anything that black women are going through at all. Not once. But y'all forcing her to be black. She's marrying into royalty. Y'all don't even frame it to where he's marrying into royalty. We don't even have the confidence enough in ourselves. We don't have the, self-confidence, self-esteem to say, well, no, he's marrying into royalty. We can't even say that, which bothers me, and it lets me know what type of low self-esteem we have. Like, he's or she's the lucky one because she's marrying into a royal family. We don't even have the confidence. How can our daughters look at our women, our people, as royalty? That should be a mentality that's in every black child's mind, as opposed to getting drafted into some fake ass royalty. We don't even have that type of confidence in ourselves. We making it seem like she's the luckiest black woman in the world. They don't celebrate any weddings of African peoples. There was actually a story, and I don't want to get it wrong. It was a black or black woman, black royalty married. They met at a club and got married. You don't see nobody really talking about that. You don't even see African kings and queens be honored and revered the way that the American black people, American 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up. They have forced you to idolize the British culture. Regardless of the history, they have programmed you to idolize that. Have you asked yourself why the fuck that shit was on TV? Why is it always on TV? What the fuck's going on over there? What they're doing in Britain? What type of their royal families and what they're doing? Has that never struck you as a little bit odd? As an American, you are programmed to kind of look up to them when you shouldn't. They've been nothing but fucking savages. That's all they've done. But we still look up to them. And no matter what forms of racism that we're going through, we're still happy that some, what y'all call black woman, is going to marry a white man. When they have a child, that child is going to be mostly fucking white. That's what it is. Y'all happy about that shit. Y'all was happy Serena Williams, she went over there. I think y'all said Oprah was over there. Y'all was just all day long posting about this shit, sharing the live streams on it and all this shit. I seen it started with the pregame started yesterday. Just a countdown to. Like, what the fuck? The countdown was yesterday, all the way up until today. Black women flooded. I mean, pages that's supposed to be pro-black. This is what they're talking about. I urge y'all to pay attention to these pages. And I made a post about it on my Instagram page. Pay attention to people, these would be pro-black pages, that celebrate this type of fuckery, even though this family is against black people. If Meghan Markle was black for real, they wouldn't want her. She had to denounce her blackness, not attach herself to her blackness to even be looked at or even considered to be married into this fucking family. She had to leave that black shit at the door. Black folk was happy they had a black priest over there. Y'all talk all this shit about Catholic priest. They get a black one. Y'all talking about some yes. And I'm confused. Like, wait, hold on. So y'all talk all this shit about these white priests. They got a black one, and y'all clap y'all's fucking hands because he's black. There's a black choir up there singing and shit. Y'all juiced up. Y'all juiced the fuck up about this shit. Most people don't even know anything. Don't even know that today is Malcolm X's birthday. But y'all knew about this fucking wedding. That bothered me. It shows me where we are. And every time I check and see where we at, I always have to shake my fucking head. We have shown this government that no matter what, now we're going to look over the fact that some white boy just ran up in a school and killed, about 9 people. We'll look over that. Doesn't matter about that. These crazy motherfuckers out here. We'll ignore all of the blatant acts of racism and prejudice and discrimination that's happening on black people every day. These white folk out here calling the fucking cops their own personal fucking hit squad. Cops, 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up. We'll ignore all of that to look and feel as though we married into royalty. Well, that ain't nothing but a black bloodline that's about to come to a fucking end. That's all y'all celebrating. That's it. You think Malcolm X would be celebrating? Does anybody believe that? Let me look at some of y'all's comments. Maybe y'all put me up on it. Do y'all believe that Malcolm X would be celebrating this racist ass, white supremacist ass, bullshit ass family getting them something like a black girl to marry into their? Well, do you think he would be celebrating that? Think that would be something that he would be like, hell yeah, about? Do you think that there are any of the leaders that would be pro-black would be celebrating a marriage from a something like a black woman into a white racist royal family that's calling for the depopulation in Africa? How the fuck can y'all black people consciously celebrate that? I don't understand. It's like we want to be taken seriously, but we're constantly showing that, well, I don't even know if we take ourselves seriously. Doesn't make any sense to me. But this is what y'all celebrating. Y'all following pro-black pages that's, celebrating this fuckery. Black women rock and all this shit. She never said she was a black woman. Y'all so fucking thirsty for, this idea of this marriage. You don't even know the real construct of the marriage. You don't know anything about what they're doing, really. But you're so thirsty for some type of validation that you're going to tie yourself onto her and you got married into royalty as opposed to having the ideology that you're royalty already. And you don't even celebrate African kings, queens. You don't celebrate that. Y'all celebrating the white ones. Millions of views. Millions. Because a lot of black women see themselves as they walking down the aisle. That's a problem. Are y'all so desperate for, I guess, validation that you're willing to marry into a white supremacist royal family? That's what we need. That's what we want our little girls to see. Deny your blackness, you might can get you a white prince, baby. And you'll be lucky to get you a white prince. Now he'll be lucky to have you. This is what we teaching our kids. You wonder why black people have such low self-esteem, such low confidence levels. Is because we're not being taught to have confidence. We're constantly seeking outside validation. This is another prime example of outside validation. Outside validation. We wonder why our kids, walk around, developing self-hate at a very early age. We're not instilling no type of pride in them. And that's our fucking fault. Shouldn't have been no grown black woman celebrating this fuckery at all. Watching it, following it. Show them that we mean business sometimes. We never show them we mean business. We can't even not watch some shit. Not celebrate some shit. We didn't have to pay this no attention. This ain't putting no money in our fucking pockets. This means nothing for us. We celebrating this. Meanwhile, people, same race, same racist ideologies this family has, calling the cops on your ass for barbecuing. Y'all making jokes about that, though. That's funny to y'all. Now, y'all making memes about this fat, ugly-ass white hoe that y'all got all over memes. I'm seeing her face too many times. Y'all mad at this, though. This is what y'all talking about. Oh, they calling the cops on us. But then y'all turn around and celebrate one of them marrying something like a black woman. How can we be taken seriously? Who would take us seriously? I'm having a hard time. I struggle. I get so fucking frustrated. with black people and their fuckery and their worship of anything rich, anything that's supposedly some type of celebrity. This is somebody, Prince Harry, even though we saw the Nazi pictures. Let me see if I can pull up Prince Harry's Nazi pictures. Let me see, because I posted this today. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this fucking picture for y'all. Now, this is somebody that y'all's boy Barack Obama was hanging out with, chummy with. He was real chummy with Barack Obama. They was friends, or are friends. And this is what I want people to understand. You know, even y'all's black president, like, it's all fuckery. And y'all celebrate him. Y'all celebrating this so-called prince. Y'all celebrate all this bullshit and wonder, like, what the fuck's going on out here? Let me see. I can find it. I know I got it. Here he is. Here go your boy. Here go your boy, Prince Harry. I don't know whether y'all can see that good or not. I hope y'all can. Prince Harry. And I'm going to tell y'all what's even more interesting about this. Actually, maybe I can. Hold on. I want y'all to see it for real. Fuck the bullshit. I want y'all to see this shit for real. So I'm going to pull it up on. I'm going to screen share real quick. Because I want y'all to see this shit. I want y'all to see the full shit. Because I don't think black people even understand what the fuck's going on out here. I'm going to share the screen really quickly. And we're going to jump back. We're going to get back into it. But I just want to show y'all this. Actually, let me just pause for the calls real quick. I got out of Facebook jail. They freed your boy. That's me up in Virginia. I was stale face all day. This is how I was looking at white folk all day. Stale face. Didn't even have time for him. It was Malcolm X day. I didn't even have time to be smiling. No, not even a piece of a smile. I ain't had time to fuck with him like that. Because I saw too many black people pissing me off. Every time I'm checking my social feeds or checking the feeds and everything. This is all folk talking about. Look at your boy. Swastika here. Klans member here. Blackface here. Now, the thing about this whole situation is I even had some black people saying, well, everybody makes mistakes. That was in his past. We can't judge him based on his past. These are the type of excuses we'll come up with for white folk. Now, do you think that white people come up with excuses for you? Whenever we call ourselves making mistakes, whenever they show pictures of black men that these fucking cops murder, and they show the pictures of them when they were younger, maybe throwing some sets up, do you think white people say shit like, well, that was his past, he could have fucking changed? Do you think they did that shit for Mike Brown? No. Do you think they do that shit for any of these black men that they out here murdering? They do not do that shit. But y'all do it for this motherfucker because he's married to something like a black woman. This is the fuckery I'm talking about. Then I have people question, was that really him? Then you give motherfuckers the information as to where it came from. Oh, and then, oh, well, everybody make mistakes. That ain't his fault. He was young. Fuckery. Fuckery. They don't do that for you. They don't do that for you. But you willing to do it for them. Let me get this fuckboy off my damn string anyway. I don't even want to see him. They don't do that for you. You do that for them. That was just a childhood mistake. We have to understand black people. And I made this point before, and it's not about white people taking us seriously. Because when I say that, everybody always tell me, who cares what white people think? Do y'all think I give a fuck what white people think? I don't care what they think. I'm talking about us, what we think, what our kids think about us. That's what matters. They can't see anything solid about us at all. We hashtag royal wedding. That's what we doing with our time out here. It doesn't make any sense. I'm told I'm too serious. And I always say, well, I wouldn't have to be so fucking serious if y'all try being serious a little bit more. Be nice. Be real nice. If y'all were just a little more serious. at least work consistent. We can't even be consistent. It's Malcolm X's birthday. Y'all talking about some fucking royal wedding? How? That ain't doing shit for you or your children. And his brother, who motherfuckers might say, well, that's his brother. That's not him. That's his brother. It's the same family. They talking about depopulating Africa. And some motherfucker won't tell me, oh, I ain't from Africa. Them still your people. Those are still people that look like you. So it doesn't fucking matter if you're not from Africa. They're still talking about depopulating a continent out loud. That same family. He marries something like a black woman, and that's all it takes. He good. They good. The whole family good. These are goals now. Y'all grown women talking about some fucking goals. To marry a racist white man is a goal. This is what I mean. I'm trying to get some clarity. So marrying a racist white prince is a goal. This is what we're trying to push our daughters to do. Okay. Let me read some of y'all's comments. Prissy Jazzy says this was only entertainment. It's not that serious. Don't y'all get tired of niggas saying that? Isn't that said about everything? Don't y'all do black people ever get tired of saying that? It was only entertainment. Do you know what you're entertained by? Your kids see what you're entertained by? And if you're telling your child that marrying a white man is goals, how the fuck is that entertainment? This is the type of shit I'm talking about. Like, what the fuck do y'all even be talking about, man? I don't understand. I don't understand. Y'all say get rid of the trolls. Okay, I'm gonna start. Pay attention to the chat now. I'll get into some of this chat. I'll get into some of the chat real quick. Let me know when they, if y'all see somebody, let me know their names and I'll try to find them and take care of it. But y'all know I don't really, these trolls don't really, unless they being wild. I mean, they're just saying stupid shit. Y'all know I don't give a fuck. And I get tired of y'all coming to my show every week trying to, with trolls. Like, I don't nobody give a fuck about trolls. Fuck trolls. Stop giving them power over us, man. Fuck them. Fuck them. Ah, Prissy Jassy, stop. You was excited for a black pastor in a choir? Why? That doesn't make any sense. Why were you excited for that? They put them there for you, for your silly ass. They put them there for you. But why were you excited? I don't understand. Are they cutting you a check, or, you getting some type of, I don't understand. Did we get some rights based on this, the black pastor being there? Are they going to not push to depopulate Africa now because a black pastor was there? Catholic priest is what he was. But, is that happening now? They like, are they going to free up all the money that they owe these fucking black nations that they've been robbing for centuries? Are they going to free that money up now? I mean, happy for what? The fuck is wrong with y'all? It doesn't make any fucking sense, man. Alan Ahmad Asurel says black people love escapism. Most definitely. We love that shit. I ain't gonna block her. I ain't gonna block her because she ignorant. I mean, that's not, again, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna block nobody just because they fucking ignorant. Let her be ignorant. Let her be ignorant. Let her do her thing. Marquise say, what? But you are an atheist. You really don't want me to go in on you. You can't go in on me. You don't even have a picture. How you gonna go in on me? What you gonna say? Now get the fuck out of here. Now that's the type of motherfucker that get blocked. That's the type of motherfucker that get blocked. Somebody's gonna say they're gonna go in on me and don't do it. Please go in on me right now. I challenge you to go in on me. I'm feeling real, I got the spirit on me right now. Go in on me, please. Begging you to. You no-face fuckboy or woman, I don't know what you are. Please go in on me. I'm begging you. I've been waiting on somebody to go in on me all day. I thought these white folk in Virginia was going to do it. They just kept looking, riding around with their little Confederate flags and shit. They didn't do it. Didn't nobody go in on me. Please go in on me. Golden Honey says, 14 says, how true is that, Rob, about the depopular? Go to my, I made a video about it. Black people didn't care about it. It actually was 2017 when it came out. Go to my Instagram page. What you mean, how true is it? Do some fucking research, y'all. Come on. Stop being lazy. What you mean, how true is that? Prince William to depopulate Africa. Google it. Very simple. Do some work. It's too easy. It's too easy. Salma said I was in Alta Vista and Lynchburg. I was in between those two spots. We stayed at Alta Vista. My mom's graduation was in Lynchburg. No, I have no aspirations to get married. Marriage is not something I aspire to, Candy Girl. I only have aspirations to raise my damn kids, to not be coons. That's it. That's my job. Marriage ain't stopping y'all from being coons. It's not stopping Black people from not having pride. My focus is to not, I got 5 children. I got a lot of work to do. I got 5 children to raise to not be coons. That's what I'm doing. That's my job. I don't really have any aspirations. No aspirations to go back to college. Somebody's talking about college. No aspirations to do that at all. Golden Honey says could be a hoax, Rob. I won't be comment. I won't even be reading no more of your comments. You said it could be a hoax, but your ass ain't went and did no goddamn research before you decide to comment that. I just said what to Google. Go look it up. And you don't even do that. You say could be a hoax. This is the type of mentality Black people have. And this is why we stay fucking ignorant. This is why I don't give a fuck about marriage. Y'all can focus on marriage and relationships. I'm trying to raise my children to not be coons, not be ignorant. That's what I'm doing. I have a full job to do because I don't want them to be like none of y'all. A lot of y'all. I can't do it. I can't. Like, stop it. Could be a hoax. Stop it. They done told y'all for too many years about them going into Africa doing fucked up ass shit. Too many years. White folk going over there doing fucked up shit. And it could be a hoax. Go do the fucking research. Like, god damn. My skin is glowing. What's my skincare routine? I don't really have a skincare routine. I can't even lie to you. I wash my face with black soap. I don't know if that's a matter of a routine. Black soap. Drink water. Try to eat the best I can. Try to eat the best I can. Dave Free says, is mass incarceration a hoax? To many people, it is. That's a conspiracy. That's a conspiracy. Even talking about mass incarceration, many people will say it's a conspiracy. Black people need to stop breaking the law. That's why they are in prison as much as they are. It's because they're breaking laws. Because they're breaking laws. You got to understand that. Morris Cobb says Kanye was right. That's ridiculous. But okay. I mean, whatever you believe, bro. Whatever you believe, man. I ain't even gonna argue no Kanye shit. Won't even argue it. I will not even argue that shit. If you ride with Kanye, then ride with him. See how far it takes you with his Magna hat on. See how far that takes you. Don't tell him shit. Eric B. Queasy says Bill Gates also said they want to depopulate black people starting with Africa. Ain't no point in telling him that. That's a conspiracy too. You can't tell him. You can't really tell him. You can't really tell him shit like that. That is a conspiracy. So, you know. What do you mean? What's my view on college? What about college? Alexander JS. What do you mean? What my view is on college? Let me block Golden Honey. You was doing good. Golden Honey, I was gonna let you stay in here until you said this stupid ass shit. Talking about some what you gonna do about it. What am I gonna do about it? I'm trying to wake y'all dumb motherfuckers up. I'm trying. It's just hard. Real hard, actually. And people like you make it even harder. Make it even harder. Right. Prince Neil says, better read them Georgia Guidestones. Black folk, they're not trying to read shit. They ain't trying to read shit. They're not trying to go get no information. They're not trying to do that because that requires you to actually go out here and do something. Then once you get that information, like, oh shit, then how do I deal with this information that I got? That's the hard part for people. How do I deal with the information? How do I deal with the information? Yosef B says, I've done the research and you're right about the depopulation plan. But now this is the royal family that Meghan Markle is marrying into. They have a depopulation plan for Africa. But to black women in particular, this is a victory for black people. Salma said he's absolutely right. The ISIS paper. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. Beautiful mind. Beautiful mind. Beautiful mind. Respect, Brother Malcolm. I was a happy birthday, Brother Malcolm. That's what we talking about, man. Would Malcolm X have celebrated this shit? You think Malcolm X will be hashtagging royal wedding? You think he would be doing that? Like, do you think Malcolm X would be saying, yeah, Kanye was right? Think Malcolm X would be doing that? No. No, he wouldn't be. But this is what most black folk is on. It's what y'all doing. Now, what we'll do is we'll report on all of these so-called white supremacists. I even saw up in New York, they had a bunch of would-be Hispanics outside of that lawyer's crib. They had like a little festival or some shit like that. And they, you know, I guess trying to, you know, basically harass him to the point because he's a racist motherfucker. Yo, we wasting our time doing shit like that. If you ask me, we wasting our fucking time. This system don't give a fuck about these racist ass motherfuckers. We do. We call ourselves exposing them. They don't care. We need to get our shit in line. They don't care about us exposing these racists. And even when these racist bitches lose their job, guess what? White racists support other white racists. They get a GoFundMe and get thousands of dollars. Y'all seen it happen too many times. Y'all think y'all punishing these people by running around laughing at this fucking meme of this fat white bitch that could have gotten black people killed? Y'all think that's funny? Y'all pulling her card? I seen black people having sit-ins at a fucking Waffle House. Are you serious? What are y'all doing? Why are you having a sit-in in a Waffle House? It's black folks that make waffles. Go to their restaurant. It's just waffles. Like, I don't understand. I'm having a hard time understanding our code of conduct. Sit-ins in restaurants that don't fuck with you. harassing these white supremacists like that's going to change them or some shit, or the system that is completely against you anyway, they're going to do something about it. Even if they lose their job, they're going to get money from other white supremacists. How many white people have you heard that came out and they were blatant racist, got exposed, and then now you see 5 years later, their whole life is in shambles? Ever since I called that black person a nigger and called the cops on him, my life has been all fucked up. When? That don't even happen. We focused on them, but we're not focused on our kids. Fine, call them out. I get that. Call them out. But we spend too much time like trying to force everybody to see, oh, look, they racist. For what? They know they racist. They don't care that you tell them. They just school got shut up. Guess what's gonna happen? The same conversation. He was a troubled young man. They bullied him at school. This motherfucker might get fan mail like the goddamn other what was the Parkland shooter. He was getting fan mail in there from other white folk, sympathizing with his plight. Nicholas Cruz. He was getting goddamn fan mail in there. These white, they don't care. We need to be focused on our kids, but we won't. We will not focus on them. We will not give them example of something honorable and prideful to follow. We got our kids looking up to Cardi B. Like, you got to understand how you can expose all of the white racists you want to. But if you're teaching your child to look up to Cardi B, to look up to people like Meghan Markle for marrying into a racist ass family, then you wasting your time exposing racists. It's a waste. What's the point of even doing it? I don't understand what we're thinking about. Let me get to some more of y'all's comments. I got off track there. I'm sorry, y'all. I just get so I don't understand our movements. I don't understand how we conducting ourselves. The stuff that we think makes sense. Pointing at racist, saying they're racist, it's nothing. Nothing. Brother Dylan, what's up, Brother Dylan? Brother Dylan says, Rob, what do you say to black people saying that we are infiltrating the royal family as an excuse to celebrate it? They're ignorant. Meghan Markle ain't gave them no type of inclination that she was on no infiltrating type shit, no spook that sat by the door shit. She's giving you no inclination. None that she was about that life. Not a piece. Before him, she was with a white man. On the show that she was on TV, which I actually watched the show called Suits, she's with a white man on there too. She don't give a fuck nothing about what's going on, black folk. Black folk will use anything as an excuse to celebrate fuckery. It doesn't matter. Whether we're calling it entertainment, which is what many black people are doing. Well, it's entertainment, it's not that serious. We just happy because, black girls rock and all this other extra bullshit that we like to say. Okay, well, black girls rock so much. Tell that bitch they rock. Because apparently Meghan Markle don't know black girls rock. She don't even know to even speak up for black women. I ain't never heard her say shit for no black women. You got black women being brutalized and beaten by the cops. Did y'all even hear talk about Sandra Bland, Korean Gaines, the sister from the Waffle House? Y'all ain't heard her say shit. But there was a black priest there. There was a black choir. So, that's cool. They did their best. The mom is black. She got locks. So I had my phone. Oh, the mom got locks. I can't, man. Kills me. It kills me. It kills me. But this makes sense to us. We want any excuse possible to celebrate black folk. No matter, so-called black people. Even if they've never attached themselves to the motherfucking culture. They don't have to say shit. I'm on here going ham. Other, whether it be black YouTubers, master teachers, going in. We don't even get the type of support that Meghan Markle's getting. She ain't said shit. Do y'all see how problematic that is? Like, she hasn't said a word. to black people, about black people, in defense of black people. But she getting all the praise in the world. This doesn't make any sense, black people. Look what we're showing our kids, man. It doesn't make any sense. Kevin J. Brown says, facts right here. She hasn't even stated any black females' influences in her life. A lot of black people are stuck on anti-blackness. Meghan Markle in her high school yearbook quoted, I'm going to make sure, I may not be quoting it right, but you can see the test of a woman. The test of a woman is like a tea bag. You can really see their strength in hot water. Eleanor Roosevelt. She ain't even quoting nobody black. Now, that was in her high school yearbook. Some would argue maybe she changed. Doubt it. Eleanor Roosevelt. But fine. We'll continue. We shall continue. Quail Salim says, all you doing is talking about the wedding also, Rob. You a motherfucking lie. I've been sitting on here talking about Malcolm X too, bitch. Like, stop. This is the type of bullshit. Like, stop with the bullshit, man. It's like, stop with the fuckery. That's not all I'm talking about. Like, come on, I'm talking about Malcolm X. Talking about black people even paying attention to this type of shit. Black people even hailing it as an accomplishment. Like, stop this, man. The fuck out of here. I think I know who the fuck you are. Matter of fact, let me just block your motherfucking ass. Talking about let's talk solutions. Like, that ain't what we doing. The kids, motherfucker. Like, how many? Let me recenter. Let me recenter. Let me recenter real quick. I spend my time on here talking about children, talking about parents. Solutions would start with parents, passed down to children. That's how it works. You're not going to be able to have any solutions if our kids see us cooning and think that cooning is the way. That's what I talk about, parents and kids all the time. That's it. That's what, to me, that's the solution. Kids, these children, these 12, 13, 14-year-olds. Like, what are y'all even talking about? Brittany to my YouTube is on some bullshit tonight. It ain't YouTube. It's these black folk who have decided that, one, they got a problem with me. A lot of these motherfuckers are people that was on my video mad at me about Tariq Steele. So they're coming to my videos just to dislike them. A lot of them doing that. And then people that do like the video and like what I'm talking about and fuck with me, y'all click that like button for me. But a lot of the Tariq fuckery is still going on. You know, nothing you can really do about that. But that's still happening right now. Justin Cottrell says, Rob, you don't get tired of trying to unite ignorant black people because most of our black leaders were killed or betrayed by their own race. It seems like a waste of time. If I get tired of trying to, and I'm not trying to unite ignorant black people. I'm trying to make ignorant black people not ignorant. You have this shit fucked up. And that's what a lot of y'all do. Y'all say, well, you know, there's no point in wasting time. Like, y'all saying y'all don't give a fuck about these kids. I don't see how y'all say that shit like that. Like, you don't care. It's a waste of time. How? Ignorance is cool. Ignorance is popular. Ignorance is what we make viral. That's what our kids see. Ignorance don't have to be cool. We make it cool. I'm not trying to unite ignorant people. That's a dumbass thing to say. I'm trying to make the ignorant people decide, damn, I could be on some other shit. And I've done that. And I've had people that come to me and tell me I've done that. I'm not trying to unite ignorant people. I'm trying to convict ignorant people to decide to not want to be ignorant anymore. We don't have time for that shit. We got kids to raise out here. It's not about that. A lot of y'all are using that talking point now to kind of derail black people that are out here trying to wake black people up. It's like, well, it's a waste of time waking black people up. So what we gonna do? Take me, you, and what? I wouldn't even say you based on your dumbass question. I wouldn't even say you. You may be a Christian or something. I don't know whether you are or not. You may be on some Christian shit. But either way, we take me and maybe 14, 15 other motherfuckers and we gonna take over? That's how we gonna do it? Is that the plan? Please tell me. Like, what the fuck? What's the plan then? If we're not giving a fuck about these kids? Because they're being raised up behind these ignorant motherfuckers and they get their habits. They watch us. They get everything from us. So when we out here being ignorant, cooning, cowering to white supremacy, being scared of fucking white people, not knowing having any knowledge, they get that from us. Because you didn't know what happened on Love and Hip Hop last night. This the talk of the motherfucking town. My daughter and my son in middle school right now. Can you imagine the conversation these little girls having? These little boys having? Black. Do you know what they're talking about? The same shit they mom and daddy talking about. Do you know why that is? Can anybody even suggest to me why that is? Why is that? You telling me Malcolm X was wasting his fucking time talking to black people, trying to get black people to see the situation that they're in? He was wasting his fucking time. He knew what had to happen. He knew black people got to come together. We can't do shit. Ignorance is too cool to us. Guy, come on, man. They do what we do. Our kids doing what we do. Imagine if most of the videos on YouTube, all they saw was black people, not necessarily with the same ideology, because I'm not saying that. Imagine if most of our children, what they saw on YouTube was black people loving black people. Imagine that. How powerful would that be? Imagine if that was the reality. It's not. But imagine if it was. Oh, this is what black people do. This is who black people are. So that's what we do. That's who we are. I saw a video, and I posted about this video. You had a black woman, and she was swinging on a whole group of Asians. Swinging on a whole group of Asian motherfuckers by herself while black boys recorded. Now, we're seeing videos like this all the time, where you'll have things happening to our people, black women, black men as well, but people sitting around recording it. Nobody helping, nobody jumping in. What if there were no videos of people sitting around recording? And if it was a motherfucker recording, it's enough people that's handling the motherfucking issue to where this is how we handle shit. We look out for each other. That's what we do. That's all we do. We look out and we ride for one another. Imagine if that's what they saw. Imagine if that's all they heard from us. Now, we can't control what white folk talking about, but it ain't got shit to do with what white folk talking about. We're going to have to be serious to ourselves. Our kids don't even take us seriously. You got grown black people that will call me a goddamn hotep. I need to go back to sleep. Imagine if that shit wasn't happening. Because now you got black people making so-called wokeness negative. Like, again, our kids see this. What do you think? What you thinking gonna happen with our kids? We keep talking about how generations are getting dumber and dumber and dumber. And guess whose fault that is? That's our fault. This next generation, these motherfuckers that praise Lil Pump, these fuck boys, these goddamn faggot ass rappers out here, they got that from us. Because they saw some grown ass black men, some would be OGs, bumping their head to it. Fuck boys, Lil Yachty, you know. They saw us doing it. If they don't see us honor it, they don't honor it. But nobody wants to take on that responsibility. Nah, Rob, don't worry about ignorant people. That's 20 people then. What we gonna do? What the fuck are we gonna do with 20 motherfucking people? Malcolm X told y'all what the biggest mistake of the movement was. Trying to organize sleeping people around specific goals. We still sleep in a fucking slumber out here. The amount of black people that celebrated the royal wedding lets me know that we sleep today. That was my reality check for today. Rob, you ain't going hard enough. Something ain't right, man. Like, come on. What are y'all saying to me right now? What are y'all telling me right now? We don't give a fuck about these kids? Now, of course, people say, well, worry about your own kids. And I am. Motherfuckers always saying that. I can't worry about all that, man. I got to worry about my own kids. And I get that. I get that. I get that we have to worry about our own kids. But Malcolm wasn't worried about just his kids, was he? He put his life on the goddamn line, despite him having children. He wasn't worried about just his kids. Nobody that ever gave a fuck about black people worried about just their kids. Just their families. That's not what it is. Like, I can't, man. I can't with black folk. I swear. It kills me that I gotta convince black people to love themselves. You know how disheartening that is? Do you know how disheartening it is to know that I have to convince black people to care about themselves? Like, that's what has to happen. I gotta make black people believe that it's in their best interest to care about themselves on a regular basis. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm getting black people cussing me out, and Let me read some of y'all's comments before I get off here, because I done got hot. I done got hot, man. Glowy Cancerian says, if you're worrying about just your kids, then you want the kids surrounding them to be right too. Exactly. You would think, especially if we want our black children to go to school together. You see what I'm saying? My daughter getting this knowledge, it's one child. One child. Because we want our kids at black schools. Well, I'll say, I won't even assume that I'll say that I prefer my child at a black school. You see what I'm saying? Because clearly, these white folk, they shooting schools up left and motherfucking right. I prefer my children to be around black people. So now, here we go. My child is around black people, other black children. But my child is surrounded by a bunch of little micro mini coons in the making. I don't feel good because my daughter is doing good. She's making fucking straight A's. She knows true history. And I'm still working. Because she ain't but 14, so we still got work to do. I don't feel good about that. I feel good to a certain degree. But I understand there's strength in numbers. And if my one child is outweighed and outnumbered when most of these other little mini coons, and it's not their fault that they're little coons, and I try to tell her that because sometimes she'll come talk to me about these coons. I'll be like, baby, listen, it's not their fault. If they had been raised different, they would be different. Mentality-wise, they'd be different. It's not their fault. Because she'd be like, what the fuck? And I always have to tell her why they weren't raised like you. I'll try to give her compassion for other children who aren't raised the same. My son, he in middle school too. You got to teach I have to try to tell everybody ain't got a daddy like you got. Everybody ain't got that. And you can't, you have to try to even educate them, even as you going to school. Try to educate the people around you, even though it may not be popular. And she tries and she says, well, all they want to talk about is reality TV. I said, just like their parents. Reality TV, sex, relationships. Who that sound like? Who does these kids sound like? Clothes, weave, Jordans. Who they sound like? It ain't the kids' fault. Like, who is that? It just, man. Somebody said Canada just legalized marijuana. That's what's up. It's too goddamn cold for anybody to want to go up that motherfucker though. It's like, let me tell you what they're doing. I'm gonna tell you what they're doing. What they're doing is like, I want them to come, and that one is not making it down south. You know what I'm saying? Like, they legalized now. They did it in Cali, so I'll give them Cali, but I want some other places where there's a lot of black folk, where they ain't legalizing around a whole lot of black folk. Maybe they'll start at some point, but they're not doing that with no black folk. You can believe that. Somebody said I need a wife. Atheists always say, Rob, you need a wife. Tell me what a wife would do for me. Please tell me. That's an interesting statement. Just to entertain, just to try to have a lighter subject matter. So I'm gonna try to get I'm gonna try to bring it before I take it out. I'm gonna try to bring it down. Tell me what a wife would do for me. Tell me what type of benefit that would be for my life. Tell me how that would work. Elaborate on that. Because I don't know what I'm doing right now that's screaming I need a wife, but I'm interested. I'm very interested into what have I said? Did I say something wrong? Like, I need a woman to come help me do what? Tell me what's going on. Man, in Texas, they're not legalizing no weed in Texas. That'd be one of the last states. No, it's not a rhetorical question. I'm asking a real question. Queen Kong Speaks says, is that a rhetorical question? The fuck you mean what a wife would do for you? I want to know. Don't fucking be mad at me. Don't fucking disrespect me. Like, well, let me see some fucking answers. Y'all swear y'all got them. Let me see. I want to hear about this. Tell me what it is. Jory says, Rob, do you think black people are so obsessed with wanting to be a part of other people's cultures, other than our own, just like what Megan is doing? And by thinking she's opening doors for black women, we want to be any other culture, we want to be embraced by white folk. That's it. That's it. We want white folk to love us. We want them to appreciate our presence just because we exist. We want them to like us naturally. We think that when they accept us into their universities, we think that when they accept us into their places of business, their work, the jobs, we think when they accept us into their neighborhoods. How many times you heard a black person brag about, well, now these will be the upper, richer, I'm the only black person that live out here. You know, that's bragging rights. We just want to be accepted by white folk. I don't want to say other people's cultures because that's too broad. We want white folk to love us. We want white folk to appreciate us. And we have a tendency to love them, no matter how they treat us. We love them. We want their love. We want their acceptance. We want their, appreciation. That's the type of shit we're on. Okay, let me see who blocked New Ledge 02. Let me see where he at. I don't see him. Okay, I got him. Got him real quick. Getting the fuck up out of here. No, that didn't work. Hold on, I did it wrong. Boom. Bam. Boom. Real quick. Boom. Got it. Done. Got him. I'm still waiting on this. I blocked him happy. Uprise says you're a child. I don't know whether you're talking to me or not. When y'all expound, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know even if you're going to insult me, like expound on it. Don't be so simple minded, even if you're going to insult me, because I don't mind insults. But if you're going to insult me in some type of way, expound on it. Like, give me some shit with it. Don't just say no shit. Hold on, let me see. Did somebody tell me? Right, you're absolutely right. Eric B says, Robert, the problem is that most black people practice individualism instead of collectivism like other races do. Like we used to do. Don't say like other races do, because when you do that, you make other races seem like they're better than you and better than yours. Like we used to do. We lost reason to do it based on integration. We lost all purpose, all reasoning behind it. That's like we used to do, not other races, like we used to do. Make it a part of us. Make it a part of you. Because it was at one point. It was at one point. Still waiting. Maybe I missed the whole what a wife would do. Or maybe don't nobody want to say nothing. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to understand. I'm not knocking anybody. That I don't want people thinking that I'm knocking marriage, or if somebody thinks they need a wife or that union, beautiful, do your thing. I'm not knocking anybody at all. I got 5 kids I'm trying to raise not to be coons. Marriage has not stopped the Black community from being coons. Marriage has not stopped the Black community from being subjugated. Marriage has not stopped the Black community from being cowards. Marriage has not stopped the Black community from not giving a fuck about anything outside in the Black community. We are still the same regardless of marriage rates. It doesn't matter whether they fluctuate or not. We still the same. We still the same. Now I understand the beauty of a woman and the beauty of having a woman in your life, but I don't understand, you know, somebody saying a wife will support me. Who told y'all I need support? What type of support are you talking about? I'm not, you know, what you mean? When y'all say support, again, y'all be specific. If y'all gonna come at me, be specific. Like what type of support? I wash my own clothes. I cook for myself. I take care of my kids. And I'm not one of them type of dads that have to be panicking until the mama get back. No, my kids' moms can leave my kids with me for weeks and they're fine. So I don't need a woman to help me take care of my kids. I can pay my own bills, which sounds like something a woman would say, but I don't need nobody helping me balance my books. You know, I don't understand. I guess maybe power of attorney if something happened to me. I'll give y'all that argument. But support? I don't know. I guess combining finances, I guess I do understand the business aspect of it. I get that, but y'all be acting like men need homemakers or people to keep them in line or people to keep them focused. My kids do that for me. They keep me focused, and I take care of houses better than women do. So I don't know what y'all talking about. Now that's bullshit. Let me go ahead and I can't let you come in here and talk about my daughters like that. This dude said Black women are not good partners. I won't let that happen. I cannot let that type of shit happen. Marquise, you got to get the fuck up out of here talking like that. Now that won't happen. But I'm not trying to be funny, and I'm not trying to be fucked up. J. Rob says the old marriages are the real ones. Now love is dead nowadays. No, old marriages wasn't built on love or based on love. They was built on business. Love, trying to marry, and this is what's wrong with marriage. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all talk about marriage, and y'all won't even go into a marriage with a realistic mindset. Y'all want to be in love. That's not what marriage is supposed to be built on. Business, a merger. Think about two companies merging together. They don't have to love one another. Actually, I'm gonna give y'all an example. I just saw that T-Mobile and Sprint, they merging. Right? I just saw something. I think I read it or some shit like that. They're merging. You think T-Mobile has to profess love for Sprint to merge with them? It has nothing to do with love. It's business. Older marriages lasted for a long time. And y'all think, I understand, I'm not saying the people don't love each other. I would never say that. What I'm saying is the type of love that y'all think this all good, all perfect, nobody stepping out and all this shit. Those marriages stood the test of time because they kept the big picture in mind. These children, our business, keeping our finances connected because it's better this way. When y'all look at old marriages, and this bothers me that we believe that old marriages was perfect or some shit. Talk to some old folk. You'll learn real quick what they went through. A lot of people will talk to old folk. Now, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put up with that shit. That's type of motherfuckers we have. I wouldn't put up with that bullshit. They did. Y'all want the marriages they had, but y'all don't want to put up with shit at all. Y'all don't want to go through nothing. because it's built on love. Love, 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 love. Like, no. And that's the reason divorce rate's so fucking high. This is just simple logic. Because people don't need each other to pay bills no more. We don't even gonna deal with the fact that a lot of times daddy or dad was the breadwinner, so mom stayed married to him because that's what it was. She was a stay-at-home mom. She took care of the house. Daddy took care of the bills. They leaned on each other like that. It was a necessity for that woman to stay in that situation with him. Now, no more. They're making more money than me, a lot of them. A lot of them making more money than me. I'm getting further education than me. So I don't need a man for that. So now what? Y'all keep marrying for love and see where y'all end up. Keep that shit up. Keep thinking that's what's real. Do that shit. You do that shit. Y'all do what y'all got to do. I'm going to raise my kids and mind my goddamn business. That's what I'm going to do. Candy Girl says marriage is the foundation of family. Again, if marriage is the foundation of family, then why we have so many coons? Like y'all not talking about liberating the black mind. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what y'all talking about. What is marriage changing? Now, I do understand that children being in a two-parent household, I get that aspect of it. That's a healthier situation if the situation is healthy, right? What is marriage changing for black people? That's what I want. Give me a list of these things. Because people getting married, we still cooning like a motherfucker. People getting married. So what is marriage? What has marriage changed or brought to the game that doesn't change the game? Tell me what's going on. I'm not trying to be fucked up or anything. Just name me some stuff that marriage is changing outside of you can get your finances now. I get the financial aspect. I get that. But you don't have to be together to raise children. You can have a functional relationship with somebody that you're not with. I know y'all don't believe that, but it's real. You can. And you can raise your children successfully. So, I don't know. It just depends. But listen, y'all. I'm about to get the fuck off here. I wanted to close. I'm not saying you shouldn't get married. Don't start that fuckery. Don't start fuckery saying stuff that I didn't say. I never said you shouldn't get married. I'm saying don't come on my video and tell me that I need to get married. You do whatever you want to do. Don't tell me I need a wife. You do what you want to do. Because I ain't told you what to do. So don't do that. That's bullshit. I never said that. Don't do that. Listen, I'm about to get off here, actually. I want to end with this. Today was Malcolm X Day. In my mind, it's going to be Malcolm X Day next year. It's going to be Malcolm X Day the year after that for me. More black people need to participate in this and stop giving a fuck about shit that has nothing to do with us. Meghan Markle does not represent black women. Or she'd have represented Sandra Bland, Corinne Gaines, and many of the other black women out here that are going through bullshit in this society. She would have done that for black people. She's done none of that. And you damn sure know she ain't about to start now. To assume that she's going to be the spook that's set by the door is bullshit. Understand that she will not be that. And do not even be disappointed by that because y'all giving her a list of tasks that y'all want her to do as a black woman. And she never said she even fuck with y'all like that. Not once. So stop. Let's be better examples for our children. Instill pride into them, and we can change this shit, y'all. I do believe that we can change this shit. Malcolm X didn't only care about his kids. He cared about all black people. He wanted to liberate the minds of all black people, and that's the fuck we need to be on. All right? Mad love. Y'all see the shirt. Y'all see it. Don't ask me where I got it from, damn it. You Google Malcolm X t-shirt. Y'all cut this shit out. Y'all see this. So we in here. We in here doing it big. We in here. And if this wasn't for Malcolm X, they got plenty of Malcolm X shirts. Y'all get it. And don't give a fuck about how people look at it. White folk gonna look at you funny, but fuck them. Let's roll. It's time for us to roll and not give a fuck about them. Stop trying to be accepted by them. Stop trying to make them like us. Fuck that. That time is gone. And stop telling them that they're racist because they know they're racist and they don't care. Stop begging them to love you. Stop. Because it's time for us to love ourselves. All right? That's all the fuck I want to say, y'all. Mad love to everybody that came through here. I know this was kind of random, but I did say I was going to do a live show for Malcolm X on Malcolm X Day. So mad love. Shout out to everybody that came here and showed up. Y'all click that like button for me if you fuck with it. I will see y'all in a couple days. Probably about, what's today? About Wednesday, I'm going to get back. You know, we're going to do our show on Wednesday. I may do something on Monday. I'm not sure. I may do something on Monday. Just come here and fuck with y'all, depending on how I'm feeling, all right? Mad love, y'all. Appreciate the support and the love. You want to follow me on social media so you're not missing this information? Look in the description box. I'm out of Facebook jail, so we back good there. I'm probably going to be back again, but still follow me everywhere, y'all, all right? Mad love. I'm out.